be so much fun.
I'm happy to be the second guest.
In your butterfly pose.
My jeans are so tight. Okay.
Feet touching.
Yeah, are you going to be able to sit like that the whole time?
Yeah, this is actually very comfortable for me. Actually.
Okay.
Hi.
Welcome.
Welcome to Polite as Fuck.
Mm-hmm.
Are you polite as fuck person?
I think so. I think I'm a very chill person.
I
Maybe
can't
not
wait.
polite. I get a little mean sometimes, but
Well, Erica, start us off. Why
Yeah,
is Trey here?
This is Trey. I don't even know your last name.
I want to know.
I know 3 things about Trey, and
Okay.
one of them just came to light. He's in the Navy. He's from Texas, and I think he has a sister or multiple.
one sister,
One
one
sis-
sister, one brother.
One sister, one brother, and you're in the middle.
The baby.
The baby. He's
Ah,
the baby. So I'm doing really well.
Why the
because we're both the oldest.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
It's all clicking together.
Yeah. Do you have anything else you want to add about yourself? How would you introduce yourself to a new person?
Probably that. I'm Trey. I'm in the Navy. From Texas. Sometimes I can't even pronounce my own last name, so I usually don't say it.
Sometimes.
Sometimes, sometimes I get it right. Sometimes it flows off the tongue right, but
Okay. Well, what is it? Say it.
so it's Strother.
Strother.
That is
like a drinking straw, like a straw.
Strother. Interesting. Like
Okay.
father, but with a straw.
Sometimes when I'm talking too fast, it comes out fucked up.
Be like the straver.
Yeah,
It'd be like
yeah,
the F will come in there.
Exactly, so I never say it.
How do you guys know each other?
I think I'm gonna tell my version, and then you can correct whatever you want.
I think that's fair. As the middle person, not literally but figuratively, I say yes.
I'll start first. We'll go this way. Okay. When I first downloaded Hinge, we matched on Hinge, and then I don't know, somehow we followed each other on Instagram. Obviously, you give each other Instagram, and I was going out, and I was like, "You should come out." I messaged him at a reasonable hour, saying you should come out.
What's a reasonable hour? Like 8?
Like 8
Yeah,
or
okay.
9, maybe at the latest.
Okay.
Like it's a Friday night.
Oh, okay.
Come
Gotcha.
out.
Gotcha.
So I don't have notifications on for Instagram. I didn't see, or like he had messaged back, and I was like, "Here's my number." Anyway, it's like 2 a.m, and he calls me, but I have Do Not Disturb on, and he's the first person I've ever met that force notifies.
Like when it says like notify anyway.
Yeah, yeah. So I was like
getting
at
through.
my friend's house, like getting ready for bed, picks me up. Anyway, that was
The
we had a
evening.
night.
Yep.
And then the next day, I remember it was Pride. I remember I was very hungover, and you were like, "I might go to Pride. Let me know if you're gonna go." And I let you know, and you never texted back. I was like, "Okay, cool, that's fine."
Cool.
And then, but you like my stuff on Instagram, would like respond. Is all of this aligning with your version?
It is.
Okay.
So, but I think that that day for Pride, I don't remember what I did. I think I went with my friend from like middle school for a little bit, but she wasn't having a good time. She went home. I just went to hang out with the friends. I don't remember what I did that day. It's so long ago. It feels like a blur. But that all sounds like correct.
True.
It all sounds exactly 100% correct.
Okay,
I love
cool. And then anyway, fast forward. I think one time when we were all downtown.
Yeah.
And he called me again at like fucking 1 a.m. I'm like, "You can come over here if you want," because we were all out. And that didn't work out. Anyway, another random time, Monday night, when I
it
was
was like a
literally,
weird day. It was like a
yeah,
Monday.
I was literally
this
like,
is when I remember you. Because you're like, "Are you cool if someone comes over?" I was like, "I'm going to be asleep. I don't give a fuck."
I wanted to be asleep. And then that's the second and only time I've ever seen you until today.
And I met you about 10 minutes ago.
Yeah.
The Monday was at like 9 p.m. though.
It was
Yeah,
it was a
It was at a reasonable time.
But on a Monday?
Yeah.
And you had to work early, and so did I.
Mm-hmm.
You had to get up at like
But
5.
like that's I don't know. Like in the Navy, we kind of just say fuck it sometimes going to work. You know?
no.
Yeah, but you get to like take
Right.
naps. You were telling me we were
yeah, I
literally
took
in my room. He was like talking about how he can like take naps. I'm like, cool. I can't do that, and I have to get up early, and then fell off the face of the earth again until we released the hookup episode, and he listened to it, and he was surprised that he wasn't my worst hookup.
That's so funny.
And I was like, you were up there, but
For the
you weren't.
situation.
For the situation,
For
yeah.
the situation.
It was pretty shitty.
Okay.
And so then that's when I called you a fuckboy. And that is what has stemmed this. But we want to give you the chance.
We're giving you a
decide.
chance, and then we have a few questions. But I thought it'd be funny to go on Urban Dictionary and figure out like the actual definition of a fuckboy. So I'm gonna read it to you, and then I'm gonna ask if you
confirm or deny.
identify as such. Okay. A fuckboy is someone who says, I'm bad at relationships, as if it's nearly an absolute truth. A fuckboy is also someone who is just so emotional that he cannot deal with it. I can't even, or I just can't. This is too much for me. He, the fuckboy, is fundamentally confused and is unsure of what he wants. However, he will willingly seem sincere, playing like he's more involved than he actually is interested of getting into a romantic relationship. And just in it for scratching the romantic sex itch. He is superficially intimate, as if acting from a script he knows all too well. Fuckboy operates from a superficial level of consciousness, and although he will seem like he is connected, time will show you that he never was. What are your thoughts?
I think bits and pieces of that definition is true about me.
Expand on that.
Still, that definition was longish.
I know I forgot like little bits and pieces of it.
I think one part was like doesn't know what he wants.
Yeah.
That's
Time for bed.
time for crunches. Trying to get this weight off.
Oh my.
But yeah, that doesn't know what he wants. That's definitely one part of it. Damn, that definition was so long.
Okay, I feel like for me, when I think of a fuckboy, I feel of like just someone who is like playing the game just for sex, and then once they get what they want, they just like dip. So they'll play as if like interested in like, oh, like you're clearly wanting something more than what I want, but instead of saying like, oh, I'm just in it for sex, they'll be like take you out on all of these like dates or say the right thing.
We never went on a date.
Oh, okay. So I think like for me, when I think of like my past like fuckboys, that's what comes to mind.
Yeah. So when I think of a fuckboy, I think of somebody that's just kind of more like what you said, you know, kind of lies a lot, like not really lie, but tells the girl what she wants to hear.
Like half truths. Yeah.
Just to get in. And then when she gets in, it's like, okay, I got what I wanted now. It's like, I don't really want anything else. Bye.
Bye. Do you think you are a fuckboy?
I don't think I don't know. I think some bits and pieces, but I don't feel like I lie.
Do you feel okay? I don't want to give it two more of our questions,
I
but
feel like I lie to get in the jeans.
got you. Okay,
You know?
I get it.
Yeah, I don't feel.
But everything else about that definition, you would say yes.
Not everything, but like some of it. Yeah.
Okay, perfect.
We just want you to have your say before we go making claims about you.
Erica like has a few questions that we want to ask, and I have a few. And then we had posted on our Instagram, if people were to ask a fuckboy, what would they ask? And we got some interesting responses. So your take on it, and yeah, your advice on certain situations. That's what we're going with.
We can warm up with, have you ever even been in a relationship?
Yes, I've been in 4 relationships. That was a part of the definition, bad at relationships. I'm not bad at relationships. Actually, I've only been in 4, but all 4 were long.
I mean, I've only been in 2, so.
Yeah, but you're like a one-off. I feel you have your own story.
All 4 of my relationships were like long and they were good, but they just all ended.
What
up
is
in,
long to you?
So none of my relationships were less than like a year.
Okay.
Okay.
You know, so I don't think I'm bad at relationships. I think I'm pretty good at relationships. I'm sure my exes would probably say like something different, work on it a little better, but yeah.
Let us know. Tell us.
Why is there a common thread as to why your relationships ended?
I think long distance for like 3 of them was why.
That's a hard one.
Yeah. The first 2 was because I was in college in Houston, and they were both like back in San Antonio, and it would be great while I'm in San Antonio, but then when I go to Houston, it's just like it feels like everything just falls apart, you know?
Yeah.
Like it's a lot of trust issues on both ends.
Mm-hmm.
Then when I go home, it's like none of that's there, you know? But that shit just builds up to a point where it's like, okay, like we can't do this shit no more.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I think that's the common denominator
On the
in my
relationships.
relationships. Yeah,
That makes
move around
sense.
too much.
The Navy will do that to you.
Sure will. It sure will.
Okay, this is also a PG question. What is your favorite or the best date you've ever been on?
Favorite or best date?
Mm-hmm.
What's like the first one that came to your mind when we say like date? What do you think of?
So the first one that came to mind was, do friend dates count?
Sure, why not?
Friend date?
Like I have this friend that this girl that I'm friends with since like 6th grade, but it's like it's you know, you have tension with a friend.
You want to fuck her?
No.
Like that kind of tension?
No. Like you see that like both of y'all kind of like each other more, but it's like you don't want to ruin the friendship.
Yeah.
Because the friendship is just like
It's
been
so good.
So
long.
good.
It's been
Yeah.
so good, you know. So it's like we have that tension, but it's just like
Well, I feel like that counts as a date then. I was thinking more of like you and your guys. I was about to be like, no, this does not count as a date. But I feel like if there's like clearly tension, then that counts as like a date.
Yeah.
So what was it?
So first we went out to eat at some steakhouse like right downtown. Really nice steakhouse. Then we went to we walked to like I said, Astros. I'm a Texas boy. But we went to the Padres game like right after that.
Oh, I
You
love
know,
that.
had like the crazy thing, I got the tickets from this random guy who saw me at the gas station in my uniform. It was like, hey, I have these 2 tickets. Like, you want to go to a game? Great seats too, like right behind home base.
That's so fun.
Yeah, it was dope. Right, we went to the game. Then after that, you know, we just kind of rode around downtown on the scooters. You know, finding random shit. Like I think that's what I like the most about like dates, just doing random shit, spontaneous shit.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I don't really like the formal sit down and just talk.
I
We were
agree.
just talking about that.
You know,
We were just
yeah.
talking about dates like that.
That's it. It gets weird. It gets awkward because at some point you're gonna run out of shit to talk to.
Well, I feel like you have to like really know the person to where
Yeah.
you can like
Just
shoot the
sit
shit
and
about
talk for like
whatever.
2 hours.
Yeah.
Like,
At
what the
some
fuck
point,
are you
you're
gonna talk
just
about? That's very true.
So like, I just think the spontaneity and the randomness of it was just like the best for me.
yeah.
Just riding downtown on scooters. When I found some random gelato spot in like Little Italy that was really fucking good. I can't even remember the name of it because it was just fuck it. Let's just stop right here.
Yeah.
You know?
That's fun.
Yeah, I think that was the best date I've ever been on. What about y'all's best dates?
My best date, I feel like it's usually something like adventurous.
Yeah.
One of our friends was like, if I go rock climbing on the first date, that's the worst fucking date. And honestly, that was one of my best dates
Really?
because it was fun. Yeah. You're like climbing walls.
Yeah, something like outdoorsy.
Was it a person that you knew like really well, or was
No,
it like a first date?
it was the first date. We went to the grocery store randomly and like bought a bunch of vegan food. We went to the arcade. It was just like random all over town.
I've never had a like first like a date with someone that I don't know and has been like, this is great. They've all sucked. Yeah.
Oh no.
My like the good dates that come to my mind are like with people that I've been with for like a really long time.
Yeah.
So how do you do second dates then if they all
Fucking
suck?
hate them. I don't. I'm fucking single. 'Cause I'm like, I just can't. I can't reach out anymore. I don't think I can do this anymore. They suck.
Yeah.
Because they are all like sit down. Or like, yeah, sit down dinner and drinks.
Yeah.
Somebody asked for dinner and drinks. I mean, like, I like it. Like I said, we just
You
literally
have to have
just
the
did an episode,
personality for it.
which I
You have
like
to be able
food.
to, like, be quick-witted and funny. If you're just gonna ask me the same stupid
over and over.
questions, like, no.
What do you do?
Yeah. I guess maybe that one date that I talked about in the episode that we just did, where we went went on a hike. It was just like, God, the guy was just weird.
Yeah.
Makes it not fun.
But the experience.
Yeah, the
hike
actual,
was
yeah,
good.
if it was with someone better, it would have been fun.
So
Yeah.
so are y'all blockers or ghosters after a bad date?
Oh, this is what I was gonna ask you.
Oh.
I do not ghost. Ellie will call me a bitch sometimes because I'll be so straightforward of like, I'm just not interested.
Yeah.
Like, sorry, I'm not going to wait. I don't want to waste your time.
Yeah.
I hate being ghosted. I feel like it's so immature.
Yeah.
I feel like it's like, if you're not interested, just fucking tell me.
Yeah.
So then I'm not like waiting around. Not that I'm waiting around, but you know, the like, are they going to respond or not?
I feel like the only time that I've ever like ghosted was when they just give me like these 1 or 2 word answers back. So they'll like be messaging.
Yeah.
And it's
if
like,
you haven't been on a date with them, I feel like.
well, even if you've been on a date and we're like messaging and it was like, they want to talk. So it's like, how was your day? Oh, like I did all of this. Like, how was your day? It was good. Like, if that's the conversation, then no, I'm not even going to give you an explanation. I'm just going to not talk to you. I don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
That's when I ghost.
What about you? My question for you was going to be, when is ghosting okay?
So
Or do you ghost
I never
all the
block.
time?
I never block either. No, I don't block. Cause my phone stays on do not disturb all day. So
Do
I have
people
no reason-
notify you anyway? Like send the
Yeah, definitely. I mean, I'm gonna notify any if I don't really like to text.
Me neither.
So if I do text, like I want you to see it because I want you to see it now because it's like I can't call you right now.
Yeah.
So I'm texting you. You know, I hate texting because I just hate waiting for a response.
Mhm.
Because most of the time
That's
when I
valid.
text, it's like, hey, I'm trying to do something right now, or I'm trying to like go to this place right now, or I'm trying to see something. I'm trying to find out something right now.
Mhm.
You know, so I don't want to wait on it, but I can't call you, so I'm gonna notify you anyway.
At 2 in the fucking morning.
Every time.
Okay, do you feel like, okay, in terms of like dating and like meeting girls, how often do you ghost?
What's your ratio?
Yeah. Yeah, what's the ratio?
I don't think it's high.
I was gonna say, I don't think you like ghosted me. I think you
Yeah,
just
it's-
like.
I don't
we
really
just stopped
ghost. It's just
talking.
I'm just not gonna like text you every day. You know,
That
I'm
makes
not gonna-
sense.
I don't even text my parents every day. You know,
Who's
I
the
don't
last
text my
I feel
person
like-
you like?
You do like the LOL as a text. Like you can't respond to that.
Mm.
If someone says LOL, the conversation is done.
It's dead. Yeah. I do that sometimes. Or not even the LOL. I hit you with the
The like.
LMAO.
That's when I ghost. I'm like, okay. It's not even so much as ghost. It's like I just don't respond.
Yeah.
Like if you want to reach out again with like an actual plan, then that's great. But I'm not gonna text you back.
Yeah. Are you a leave a person on red, or you just don't open it?
I'm a horrible texter. Horrible. I'm a horrible texter. I respond to it in my head and then just never actually respond. And that's like with life. That's like family, friends. Like I'll just see it and I'll be like, oh yeah. Okay. And just like
forget.
just forget.
Mine just goes blank.
That's why I like if you really have something to say, just call. But I know it's like hard because people don't have like the time to do that. But I'm not the best texter.
Makes sense.
I feel like I treat texts like I treat emails. I do them once a day.
Business girl.
The iPhone just my blessing. I don't know if this is
That
the
you
new
can
iDate
mark as unread?
that you can mark as unread.
Yeah.
That has saved me because I'll click it and then once I click that I've read it, I will never go back. But now you can click your messages to say like mark as unread like a fucking email and it's the best.
It's
On
literally
iMessages?
my
Yeah.
inboxes.
It's the best.
I just don't open it, so I don't need
Well, no,
that.
because I want to see what it says.
Yeah.
That's why you just gotta look at you swipe your phone down. You know,
Oh, that's
fixing
The
true.
preview?
Yeah.
the
And just
preview.
guess.
So look at the preview. You read most of it, and you're like, okay, I kind of get what he or she's saying.
That makes sense.
I don't gotta open it today.
Who is the last person you've ghosted? And what was the context for ghosting them?
Can I say names?
Yeah, we'll
If-
probably like cut it out or like bleep it or something. You can just make up a name.
Are they gonna listen to this?
I don't know. I don't think so. I doubt it. No, probably not.
Hey, we're trying to get
I'm
followers.
sorry. That came off so wrong.
Yeah, probably not.
He literally, when I asked him to be
doubt
on
it.
this, he was like, "I'm gonna get canceled by your 90 followers," and I was like, "Okay, fuck
It's
you."
200. That's so funny.
But it was this girl named Raven. She's the last person I ghosted.
What's the
And
context?
yeah, what's the like? What made you get to that point?
So the thing is like, I seem like the fuck boy in this situation, but she really just uses me
In what
for
way?
the dick.
For the dick. Well, what happened?
So I've hung out with Raven a couple times, but Raven will mostly talk to me like Raven. I met Raven downtown in Gaslamp. She works for like, where you can like bar hop. You pay like $20-$30, and then you have like a guide that takes you to like 5 bars.
Oh, cool. I've never
Some
done
shit
that.
like yeah. So she works for some shit like that. I met her downtown while I was like at this bar while she was working. And then from like then on, like every other week or something like that, probably not that much, but she would just hit me up like, "Hey, I'm about to get off." It's like 1 or 2 in the morning. And it's like, oh, all
Someone's
right.
pulling your own moves on you?
Yeah. She's like, "I'm about to get off work. Like, what are you doing?" I'm just like, "Hey, I'm chilling." Or like, I'm at my homeboys. I'm out. Oh, like, you want to pull up? And it's like, okay. But like, yeah, so I guess I just ghosted her. I just didn't want to do it anymore. Got tired of it.
And you just like didn't respond? Did she like message multiple times or like ask to do something? And you like, how did the ghosting happen?
Oh, it's so bad.
Fuck it. We're
You're
calling
really
this is
digging
it.
in. You're really digging in.
All right, so the honest truth, right? So,
Yes, of course.
So, she calls me over one morning, and I come by, we do what we do. I go to sleep, but like I parked in a USPS parking only spot. So like she told me like, yeah, like you got to get up at like early and like make sure your car's not towed. All right, so I get up at like 7. Ooh, tell her like, hey, I'm finna go look at my car. I'm finna go see if my car's checked. I mean, my car's towed. Then I just go out there to my car and like my car's sitting. I was just like, what's the point of going back? Like, what's the point of going back?
So you got in your car.
Just got
You
in the
got
car
in
and
your car and
dipped. Went home.
I mean,
Then she texted me, was like, what? Like, why'd you
Where'd
go?
you go?
Like,
Yeah, did she?
she texted me, was like, where'd you go? And I text back, and I was like, home. She was like, why? And I just didn't text back.
And that was that?
That was that.
That was that. Did you have like, okay,
these are my questions.
Sorry. Go.
I have more. I wanted to ask, what makes you actually want to take someone out versus just hook up with them?
I guess like the connection, but it's kind of hard to tell like a connection through the phone.
Mm-hmm.
Because you never really know. People can act however they want to act through the phone, and you never really know if like that's their actual personality. But I like a person that I can feel like I can be like goofy with, laugh and joke with. Like I can say like dark humor jokes, and they're not gonna be like, oh,
Mm-hmm.
what the fuck? Like this guy's weird. You know what I mean? Somebody I can feel like I just be comfortable around. Like I just actually, I don't know. I think that's it.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Also, sometimes like I want to hang out with a person, but it's just
Only seems to be like the one thing that's being like it only seems to be a hookup rather than a date.
No. If it's a hookup, like it's a hookup. I don't try to mask it, But sometimes you just like you set up like to hang out a couple days prior, and then the day comes and it's just like, fuck, I don't want to do that no more.
All the time.
Like
My life is like this.
Yeah, like fuck, I'm tired from work. Like I don't want to do that shit today. That happens a lot. That's why I usually don't try to plan shit ahead.
Mm-hmm.
Cause I know most of the time, like if I plan shit 2-3 days ahead, I'm gonna be like, yeah, I'm not.
No.
Today I don't feel like doing that shit today. I'm just gonna go play basketball and I'm gonna come home.
Makes
I'm
sense.
the way opposite of you guys.
Yeah.
I get like so excited when I have plans.
I like to plan, but it's like, especially like social interactions, I just am like, oh my God, no.
Like if I plan, it has to be like, I have to be out all day. It has to be stuff back to back to back to back to back. Because if there's any like in between, it's like I'm worn out now. I'm just gonna go home. You know?
Or if I have to come home before the said thing, if I
To
go
change?
home, no way am I leaving.
To change, if I don't get out the house, I don't get out the house in 10 minutes.
Yes.
I'm staying.
I'm not
I'm
leaving.
staying.
I just start blasting music, hyping myself up.
No.
Okay, I'll do one more and then you can go, Ellie.
No, I like yours.
What are your thoughts on FaceTime sex or sexting? If you were in a long distance relationship, you probably have an opinion.
So I'm not gonna lie, like I don't really like FaceTime sex or sexting. If I feel like if I can't have it right there, I don't know.
I feel like
it's just like a tease. I don't want to be teased. I don't like being teased. You know? Like if I see it, I'm gonna be like, fuck, I want to drive home right now. I want to drive these 2 hours back to San Antonio, and I have done it.
That's
It's
the
like,
difference
fuck,
between
I
a
can't.
man and a woman, I think, because like, the tease is like the best
Everything
part.
No, the tease to me is like, fuck, bro, I gotta go get it right now. I can't wait. I gotta go get it. I can't wait till the weekend to drive home.
I do feel like FaceTime, like sexting versus like actual sexting, those are two very like different things. Because like if you are on a video call, like that is intense. That's a lot.
I don't think I've ever done that.
No, I've not.
I've never FaceTime sexted. So what is FaceTime sexting?
I don't know.
Like,
I've never done
literally
it, but I
you're
know
on
that
the
people.
phone.
Yeah, you're just like
Done
jerking
Going
off
at it.
in front of people.
Long distance relationships, you gotta do what you gotta do.
like a cam girl.
Yeah, but with your person on the other end.
That's that's wild. Nah, I can't.
It's just like
Never done it.
whereas like sexting is more of like fun thing to do throughout the day.
Yeah.
I like that.
That's
Keeps me going.
Keeps my day spicy.
Exactly.
no, it's true.
Keeps it going.
Then the tension builds, and then when you finally do see that person,
Yes,
it's
I'm
like,
thank God.
wow.
Okay, but when you do see that person and then the actual sex doesn't live up to the sexting, then what?
Oh, then you.
Because
Then
how
you're
many times does that happen to y'all? Yeah.
I like the tease though. That's a fun.
I like the tease, but I don't like the real shit.
the real stuff. Sex. No. Yeah. I don't know. That's
I feel like
interesting.
it was good.
That's good. Well, lucky you.
Thanks. Okay, you can go, Ellie.
Okay, while you're petting them, I'm gonna get my questions ready. Do you think that most guys who are fuckboys, are they fuckboys to some girls or guys and decent to others, or is it like an all around attitude?
Can I answer this too?
Yes, of course.
So, I think most guys are definitely like fuckboys to some, and then probably decent or like the golden child to others.
Mm.
But I feel like some, are actually fuckboys
Like all
to
around.
all around,
Yeah.
all around. Because it's probably just always worked for them. So it's like, fuck it, why do I need to do anything else?
What was your input?
I think it's all emotional unavailability, and a guy is a fuckboy because he doesn't know what he wants and he's emotionally unavailable. So I feel like that's why he's that way to everyone, because he doesn't even know what he wants, and even if he thinks that he knows what he wants, it's not going to last long because he's emotionally unavailable.
I do think sometimes though, like in my experience, there's been like the girl that he wants and isn't getting. So now he's going to like be like a total douche to everybody else that can like actually provide him good love. But because he's not getting the girl that he wants, he's going to be a dick about it. Does that make sense? That's like my thoughts. But if he got the girl that he actually wanted, he'd be like, oh, blah, blah, blah. But I don't know. That's just like what, I don't know. He could probably be a fuckboy to her too.
I feel like the grass is always greener. Guys,
That's true.
guys in college who are fuckboys, I feel like that is their mindset, is like there might be someone better
Oh, yeah.
or something
I don't
better.
even think just college. I think sometimes a lot of people feel that.
Yeah.
Do fuckboys surround themselves with other fuckboys? Like, do you have fuckboy friends?
Yeah, Yeah, what is your friend dynamic?
So I mean, like, you don't really get into the friendship knowing that a person is a fuckboy.
But the attitude,
it's just kind of like
Shows
just
itself.
magically happens sometimes. Like the guy that I think I was the closest with out here, he just moved. He just got out the Navy, but definitely a fuckboy. But he was kind of different about his fuckboy shit. Like it was kind of weird. I never seen he was treating every girl like they were dating. Like actually spending a lot of time with all of them, and it's just like, bro, how do you have the time for that?
But then what made him a fuckboy? That he would just like leave them after?
After a while, like he would just be like, I don't want to talk to her no more. And it's like, bro. See, the thing is like the thing with him is he would have these girls like, I don't want to say crazy because girls get the crazy dynamic so much, and it's just kind of bad. But he would have them like head over heels for him. You know what I'm saying?
And doing all the like right things.
Yeah, because he's always taking them out to like nice places. He's always like spending.
Why
a
do
lot
they
of time
do that?
with them. And then it's just
that's like literally such a fuckboy.
Yeah, and then he's like, I'm tired of her.
What a dick. Already
and
mad.
That's it. You know what I'm saying?
Do fuckboys know that they're fuckboys? Like, does he know what he was doing? It's like such a dick move.
Yeah, we talk about stuff like that. I mean, to be honest, I don't think I'm a fuckboy.
His answer has changed.
And I think I'm like,
you wouldn't do what he
I'm
did.
40%. Yeah, no, I wouldn't do what he did.
Because I feel like
okay.
Go ahead. Because
I was gonna say, like, I feel like that's literally what a fuckboy is. Like, pull out all of these like dating things, like hook them in, and like once they literally, it's all like this game, like chase. Everything's like all for the chase, and then once they get all of these things and pull out all the stops to like get. That's like one of my other questions, but like, and then all of a sudden, like, you're just turned off by them, or like you just don't want anything to do with them. Why? Because they've actually, like, I just don't. That's what I don't understand.
It's just like for him, it would be like most of the time it's just because he just found something better now.
Like, what's like better? Just like something different.
It's just, something new.
Different, something new, like something fresh. Something that like after you find out everything, after a person's just like not exciting anymore because it's like nothing new for you to know about them. To him, at least, I think that's what it was. So it's like now I want something new, something like that's just gonna keep me on my toes all the time.
Yeah, that's like such a fuckboy.
Yeah, but I mean, I think to put him in a different light, he does like to just do shit like that. Even if it's just me and him, if it's just him by himself, he likes to take himself out on like nice dates. You know what I'm saying? He just likes to eat nice places. He always asks me like, "Hey, you want to go try this food spot with me? Like, it'd be a nice place." Like, or hey, like, you want to go? I found this new like speakeasy. Like, you want to go try it? You know what I'm saying? Like, so,
like his personality, like
yeah,
wrapped
his personality
in
is just wrapped in it. It's just him. He just likes to go try a bunch of new shit. Like to go to a lot of nice places. So.
Like, go by yourself. Don't take women.
Wait, can I ask a clarifying question?
Yes.
Is there a definition or a difference between a sneaky link and a fuckboy? Are those the same?
I feel like
a sneaky link and a fuckboy?
Yeah.
I feel like a fuckboy is like a bad light because I feel like a fuckboy is... Girls think fuckboys are fuckboys because... they just got what they wanted and dipped, and the girl didn't get what she wanted. But I feel like a sneaky link is you're both getting what you want.
I agree with that.
You're calling him because you just want him to come over real quick for the night. He's going to come because it's like, okay, like, I'm finna get to him tonight.
Makes sense.
Okay, that makes sense.
Do you think, so for a fuckboy, is sex the end goal? Like, are you just doing all of this for sex? And if so, like, why do you think fuckboys are so successful in getting what they want?
I think for a fuckboy, yes, sex is the end goal. But why are they so successful? Maybe because, like, I don't know. I guess as we've gotten older, not saying this is y'all or anybody around y'all, but a lot more women more these days are like out. They have like great careers. They're busy. They don't really have too much time. So like they feel like a little bit lonely. So like they'll kind of be more accepting to like a fuck boy, or like they just want company.
Yeah,
you know.
I get that.
So it's kind of easy for a fuck boy to slip in because it's like she just wants company.
And they just are so like
self-sufficient.
They're
and
masterful.
everything
They
else.
just slip through the cracks.
They really do. They really do.
You know, I think that's just what it is. I think that's why they're so successful now.
Probably, yeah. I guess they're saying all the right things. Got to enlighten these women to not fall through them. And by women, I mean myself. Do you think a fuckboy ever feels bad for what they do?
Yes, I feel bad sometimes.
So you are a fuckboy.
40%.
40%. 40% of the time.
40%. Yeah, I definitely feel bad. Like I felt bad when I left Raven's house, but it's just that I was her sneaky link though. So,
and but like, not necessarily you, but like anyone. Like, does the thought go in through your mind of like, I should just tell them how I'm feeling? Like I feel like in that situation, did you know when you left the house that you weren't going to come back, like to get in the car? I feel like I would have known. So like, why not just be like, hey, like, I'm going to go check to see if my car's there. If it's there, I'm just going to go home. Like, did that thought, like, and not just you, like any fuckboy out there, does it ever cross their mind to be like, I'm just going to say what it is I want? Like, is it fear? Is it?
So for me, it's like I'm a nice person. I don't really like telling people no. So I knew if I said like, hey, I'm finna go to my car, like, but I'm probably gonna leave. I knew she was probably gonna be like, no, like just stay for a little bit, and I'm gonna be like, I guess. You know? So
I get
like,
that.
I mean, it's just like I'm just not gonna say it so I can leave because I want to go home. Like it's 7 a.m. It was like a Sunday morning. I wanted to go home and wash clothes and go chill. Like, you know, I didn't want to be sitting there all day. Like we're sneaky links. Why am I?
I feel that way about like any hookup. Yeah. Like in the morning, get out of my room.
Yeah. Like, why am I laid up with you in the morning? Like,
yeah.
Why am I still here?
I feel like though, like, is it not nicer just to have said it? I feel like it's hard though because I do know
it would be fine.
That's true. But my like thoughts are just like, why don't guys, like, if it is like, I would just like clear the air right at the beginning. Like, why don't they just like say what they want? Because my thing is I feel like sometimes fuckboys will, in like the dating stage, like first dates or whatever, will be on the date and be saying all of these right things, like, oh, I'm interested in this kind of woman, or like whatever the fucking basic conversations you have are, and you say all of these right things. Like, why not just like say what it is that you want? Or like when you leave the next day, be like, I have all these things I'm trying to get done today, but I will like reach out to you when I can.
But like, what if they, like, the things that they say really is true, you know? But it's just like what she said. Like at that point, they're just emotionally unavailable. Like,
yeah, that's true.
For me, like I don't really want. Like, I want to get in a relationship right now, but I won't because, like, I feel like I don't want to be in a relationship while I'm still living in the barracks right now.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
If I can't even invite a girl over my house because my house is on the military base.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, so
I get that.
You know what I'm saying? So like, I would say like I mean what I say, but it's just like then I get to the point and it's like fuck, like I don't want to go no further in this because like I'm still in a fucking barracks.
That's true.
You know?
Sometimes I feel like fuckboys are trying to be like nice by not fully stating it, but I feel like I would appreciate, like, just say it, because like half the time I am very like receptive on how other people are feeling. So if we're on the date and you're saying all these right things, I'm like, oh, okay, like we're actually getting along. And then when you turn out to be a dick, I'm like, oh God, I would have just like fucked you just for the fun of it and then left. Like, I don't need all of these things. Like, we were just playing this game when in fact, like, we could have both got what we wanted and been done with all this like extra,
the emotional stuff.
Yeah, like all of this like fluff that was in the middle.
Yeah, but you see, like, so most of the time when you go out on a date with a girl, girls they don't give off the energy that's like, Like, yeah, if he says he just wants to fuck me tonight, like,
Yeah,
That's
I
true.
wouldn't.
she's gonna let me fuck.
If you're on a date and if I was on a date and a guy straight up said that to me,
I'm not saying like
you.
that,
Yeah,
but it's
like,
more of like more so like maybe not on the first date, but on like the behind the scenes things. Like I just am like, God, I wish I had like an exact example of what I'm trying to say, but I just am like, there's a moment where like all it starts to like turn to like the fuckboy of like, oh, you being a fuckboy and like leaving or not responding, and like, why not just like say what it is that you're like, hey, this was great, but I don't really want anything else from it. Okay, great.
Because like
Because they don't know.
no, I mean, I think they definitely know. I think fuckboys are definitely not insensitive. That's not the right word. Well, they are insensitive, but like they don't even really think about what they're doing anymore because they've probably done it so much. It doesn't even
Like
click in
click.
their head. You know what I mean? Just like a business person just buying out other people's businesses, bankrupting them. They, you know, like now they don't care anymore. They've done it so much, you know?
Yeah, that makes sense.
But like I remember I was on this one date, right? And it was actually like a date. I wasn't trying to do anything. We went to this ramen spot, you know, ate some good ass ramen. I'm taking the girl home and she's, you know, we're talking about like the Navy and she's talking about the coveralls. Like she's like, oh, like I always wanted like a pair of coveralls to like paint in, you know, like, cause I'm getting tired of getting my clothes dirty when I paint. So I was like, oh, like I got some extra coveralls. Like I'll give you some if you want. Right. And the girl, like, she's like, oh my God, like thank you. Like I was thinking about it, but now I'm definitely I'm finna suck your dick so good tonight. And I'm just like, whoa. Wow. Like I was just like,
What?
while she's driving, I didn't even say anything. I was just like, oh, you know, because like when you hear that, it's just like, oh, like where the fuck did that come from?
Yeah, that's a bit
you know,
much.
so like if a guy just tells you like, oh, I just want to fuck you tonight, like you're just gonna be like, oh,
That's true. That's true. I didn't mean like
I
call
get where
it
you're
out.
coming from, but I do think like if roles were reversed, if I'm on the edge, I'm gonna err on the side of being nice.
What? No, you totally tell people. What are you talking about? You tell people exactly how you feel. You're very clear
Not
on
polite
what
as
you're
fuck.
wanting. You're very of like, okay, yeah, no, this literally 2 nights ago, you're like, this conversation is sucking. I'm going to stop texting you. And then you responded and you were going to like the message. It's like, do not like the message. Just leave it. Your point is across. So I just
didn't
mean
say it
like
was sucking. I need to find it.
You need to because it's fucking hilarious.
do y'all show
I don't
each other
mean
every text.
No.
She probably doesn't show me every text, but I'll show her every text for sure. I think though, like, I don't mean necessarily calling out like I just want to fuck you tonight. I mean more so of like what your intentions are. What I mean is like during the date, sometimes like when I'm on or with a fuckboy, in the back of my mind I'm like, you might be a fuckboy, but then they're saying like all of these things like, oh, like I could do a relationship or I'd really want to see you again. And then it's like, well, don't fucking say that if it's not true. Like, just do the date, whatever the small talk, go home, not go home, whatever it is you're going to do. But sometimes I feel like there's like added things in there that you're just saying to make the woman think that that's what she wants to hear. Like, if you say that you don't, like, you're not, you know what I mean?
Okay,
you know what I mean?
I have a question, right?
Okay.
My question is, in these instances on dates where you see like that the guy's a fuckboy, right? Or when you talking to the guy and you just be like, I know he's a fuckboy.
Mm-hmm.
Why do you let him complete his mission?
Oh, I don't know. That is a great fucking question.
Like, because you see that he's a fuckboy, why not just be like, nah, you're not finna get the kitty?
Literally, this is my goal for the year because there was an instance I was literally at a Padres game, which would have been like literally such a cute date, and this motherfucker was on his phone the entire time texting his cousin Brenda.
His cousin.
Brenda.
That's what he said.
Literally doing this, like if we're sitting next to this, which I can't fucking stand. I've only gotten this feeling
Doesn't
like
have
a
the
few
decency to
times.
get a privacy screen.
No, fucking dick. Literally, I've only felt like this maybe like twice in my life where I was like, I need to get up and leave. Like I was like, need to leave the game. I will figure out my own way home. Like I'm fucking done.
Yeah.
Why I didn't listen to myself, I don't know, because it was such a waste of a date, an evening, everything was a
Yeah.
waste.
It basically
That's a
felt
great
like you was at the
question,
game
though.
by yourself.
Yeah, oh no, I was literally having more fun with the guy sitting in front of me than I was with the actual person I came with.
Yeah.
I feel like it's like the hope of like
Maybe it's just
a
one off.
fluke.
Oh, women do this all the time. Like, I convinced myself, and I'm not doing that anymore. And I hope
No
other
hope.
women.
I'm hopeless.
I'm literally hopeless.
No, I'm not gonna like all the girls that I've dated held out on me, and I feel like that made me want them more.
See, that's so hard though, because that's what women think. They're like, I will be the different factor. Like, I'll be the different one.
I don't know why y'all think that. 'Cause
I don't
it's not
fucking
true.
know. It's annoying.
It's never true.
It's not.
I really don't know why y'all think that. Like,
Because like the one time it works, and then we
and
think
it's
like
the rest,
movies,
Mhm.
everything we've grown up on has been like, if you just try, you can
It's
be the
all a
one
lie.
to like change him,
Mhm.
make him a better person. God, this is like the flashbacks. No, but like it's true. I don't know why. I do know why, because we're shoved all this bullshit growing up. But I think like takes a lot to just like turn it off, to be like, oh, it comes with like maturity too.
Yeah.
I think. Okay, well, some of our 90 fans reached out and had some questions.
There's more than 90 now.
No, there are more. And the first one is, are you a Virgo? So do you know what your sign is? And are you a Virgo?
I'm actually a Taurus.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah.
Okay.
What does that mean? I don't know.
Hard-headed, but loyal.
Yeah.
He's loyal when he's in his relationship. Maybe.
Yeah.
Wait, how do you know that? What are you? You're
I'm an
a
Aquarius. You're an Aries.
What does Aquarius mean?
Aquarius is they pretend. Oh God, they pretend like they're interested, but they're not really interested. Or like they want commitment, but without the commitment. So like, I really just like want someone, but as soon as they're like, "Oh, so what are we?" We're like, "Oh, no, don't want that."
What do you know about me?
Aries? I don't know too much about Aries. The
And
only
I
reason
thought-
why I know what a Taurus is because I had a crush on someone who's a Taurus, so I Googled it. That's the only reason why I know. And I was like, ooh, loyalty, okay.
Got one.
Got one. Yes. Literally. Oh, that's funny. I don't know. We'll need to do a...
I think Aries are hard-headed
Because Aries are in April, right? Y'all are right before us. Yeah.
and sassy.
we're all... No. You sassy? Not. No way.
Anyway.
Okay, that's a good one. Nice little
me.
tangent. Somebody asked, what's stopping a fuckboy from being a better person? The exact question was, what's stopping you from being a better person? But I decided to kind of like put a spin on it.
Yeah. For being better. Why does it?
Is it because they're so successful and getting what they want? That's what my answer would be. They don't want to be a better person because they get what they want.
I think it's basically because like, you know, why change if what I'm doing is working? Everything in my life is going the way I want it to, and like I don't really want a relationship right now. And then I get what I want. Why change what I'm doing? It's kind of basically what I said. Like why are you just like, if we go on a date and you see that I'm a fuckboy, why are you just
That's true.
giving it to me? You know what I mean?
Do you ever feel bad for ghosting people?
Yeah.
Do you think fuckboys
actually
feel
do.
bad for ghosting
No.
people? No.
No, I don't. No.
The majority
I
of
don't
them
think
don't.
the 40% of me doesn't.
The
but
fuckboy percentage doesn't.
Yeah.
Okay.
But that's the 60% of me. Yeah, I mostly do. I think about it for like a day, then it's just like, it's like fuck it. I already did it for a day. Like I might as well just keep going.
That's the thing with ghosting is like I'm not a fan, but also at least you know, like
Yeah.
I'm not the kind like if someone does ghost me, like yeah, it sucks, but it's also like well now I know. I do
Yeah.
think some people need to like once they're ghosted to stop reaching out.
I think there's
Yeah.
a cutoff. I think it's okay if you guys are like been on a few dates. If you're ghosting someone after you've been together for a long time.
Oh well, no, that's fucking shitty.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But even still, like when I feel like when we were both ghosted from our fucking 3-year relationships, I was just like, okay, bye, fine, fuck you then. Don't want to fucking answer the fucking phone, bye.
Oh, that's hurtful.
It sure is. It feels real great.
Yeah, it happened to me too on my first ex.
Really?
It's not fun.
Yeah, it hurts. It hurts.
Yeah.
That's different.
I played Drake all summer.
Oh, sorry. I feel like
Honestly, Seriously.
That's funny.
We got views right there.
Yeah,
right
seriously.
on top.
That's,
Yeah.
what I did, and that's what I played all
Yeah,
summer too.
all summer. That's
Views
funny.
all summer.
What's your biggest insecurity?
My biggest insecurity is honestly, I feel like when I actually go full-fledged into a relationship, that the girl's gonna be like, oh, he's not what I thought it is. This isn't what I thought it is. Like, or I'm wasting my time
Oh my God, that
with
sounds
this
like
person.
That's kind of deep.
That's your insecurity too?
Yeah.
I feel, well, I mean, like I have a few, but I think like it's true. Like I get fearful of like you hooked them in and now they're in it. And then every day I'm like, fuck, what about if they like one day I do something or they like wake up and they're like, oh, wait, what? Who
Yeah.
are you? No, it's,
And
yeah.
like I gotta like it's the fear of like the spark just not being there anymore.
Do you feel like you have a wall up for a long time before you like get into a relationship with someone? So then when you finally let that down, that's where that's stemming from?
I feel like when I was younger, I did.
Mm-hmm.
But now, like, if you ask me a question, I'm an open book. I'll tell you. But sometimes people just don't take the time to like ask the questions,
Mm-hmm.
you know. But when I was younger, I definitely did. Like, I didn't want to let nobody in. I didn't want to tell anything. You know, I kind of just. That was when I was definitely a fuckboy when I was younger. You know, but now it's just if you ask the question, I'll tell you.
Mm-hmm.
The next one is, why are you the way that you are? I feel like that's more towards like
That's such a shot
fuckboys.
at
Like,
you.
yeah, I know. It's like, oh, damn. But I mean, like,
You're
I
an
feel
asshole.
it just goes to show like people are very frustrated at fuckboys.
Yeah,
It's
they
like,
definitely
why do you think like why are fuckboys the way that they are? Like, do you think they just like something happened to like make them that way? They're just over it.
Yeah,
They
I
don't
mean,
care.
I think it's the fact that like, so I feel like we're all. Well, this is kind of like not off the question, but we're all young.
Mm-hmm.
Like I'm probably the oldest one. I'm 26.
We're all 20.
We're all
Oh,
20.
we're all
Yeah.
hey. Right, but I mean, we're at this point in our lives where we're supposed to be enjoying shit. Like people see Instagram or they see movies, they see like TV, and they think like at 23, 24, you're supposed to be locked down, committed. Like, or they think about their parents and their grandparents that was married at 19, 20.
Didn't end well.
And, you
So.
know, exactly. You know, it didn't end well. Like they never really had a life growing up because they had a baby. They had 2 or 3 babies at 23.
Mm-hmm.
You can't do anything. Me, I'm 20. I want to live my life.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so like at some point, well, for fuckboys, it's probably just the fact that they don't want to like stop doing everything else that they're doing. You know, because now you get into a serious relationship. Now sometimes when you get into a relationship, you can't do all the shit that you were doing.
Mm-hmm.
You kind of got to like give certain things up. But it's like you're 23, 24. Like I don't want to give that shit up right now. I'm living.
Yeah.
I'll do that shit when I'm 28.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I
Timestamp
think that's what I.
Do you feel like you'll have burned too many bridges though by that point?
No, the crazy thing is I haven't really burned any bridges.
Yeah, I feel like you're
'Cause
actually a
I'm-
kind person.
Yeah, I'm
Otherwise,
not,
you wouldn't be here right now.
like, and it's yeah, and it's like back to the ghosting thing. Like I don't really ghost. Like I'll like I won't answer for like a day or two, but then I'll come back to the text and I'll send another text back. You know, and I'll answer it, but it's like for like a day or two, it's just like I just want my peace. I just want to be by myself.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to answer anybody. Like that's why I keep my phone on Do Not Disturb, because sometimes I just don't like touching my phone.
Mm-hmm.
You know.
That's a good rule to have. Lastly, do you feel like you have many deeper, healthier connections with gender that you are attracted to?
Many
Yeah.
healthier. Wait.
Do you have like meaningful relationships with women, or are they all pretty superficial?
No, I do. I definitely have meaningful relationships with certain women. I don't. Damn, they think so badly of fuckboys in those questions.
I feel like people have been
There were
burned.
even more
They've been
in there,
hurt.
but
I think they
didn't
have.
include them.
People have just been hurt, and they like. Our question was again like not necessarily to you because I didn't know who you were. It was more of like, what would you ask a fuckboy? And it's true. Like why are you the way that you are? I think it's a lot of them, but I think like for that question, I'm not exactly sure. I can't remember exactly who asked it, but at least like for me, it's like true. Like, do you even have any? Like, is it possible for a fuckboy to even have like a meaningful relationship? Not even romantic, but just meaningful and respectful relationship with the gender that they're also attracted to.
Yeah, I actually have it used to be like 4, but now it's like 2. But it's like there's 2 girls that I'm actually really close with. Never done anything with. Never even thought to do anything with. We're just really close. They're like best friends, you know. I think it's easy to have a relationship with a gender you're attracted to as long as like, you know, you set those boundaries early.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Like they never tried to have sex. Well, one of them has said some slick shit a couple times, but like you know, you just kind of like laugh it off, nip it in the bud.
Mm-hmm.
But like I definitely have 2 like really meaningful like friendships with 2 women. You know, fuckboys get such a bad rap
Because they're fuckboys.
Do y'all think it's like easy to have a meaningful relationship with a guy?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Do you have meaningful like friendships?
Mm-hmm. I feel like it's about their own security. If a guy is insecure or like emotionally unavailable, which can be like sometimes manipulative unintentionally, then I'm not really going to be close with them.
In the past, I felt like I didn't have good relationships with like women around me. That I didn't like girls that much. I just felt like they were all bitchy. So I'd almost seek out meaningful relationship with guys. You just make it, like you said, like make it very clear in the beginning. And I also don't think any of like the relationships that I've had with guys that are just like friendly relationships, anybody was like attracted to one another. It was like very clear from like the get-go of like what kind of relationship it was.
Mm-hmm.
But I think it's important to have because then you get another perspective.
You do.
Of like life. If I go to them with like a question.
And you get better advice.
But yeah. You're like, well, you're kind of being crazy. I'm like,
Yeah.
oh, thanks. That's nice.
Like, yeah, you should just text her, bro. Like, you're being an asshole right now. Like, why are you ignoring the calls?
That's so
Like,
good.
you know?
I think everybody should.
Yeah, like my homeboys would just be like, nah, bro, fuck her, bro. Like, let's just go hoop. Let's just go play basketball, bro. Fuck her, bro. Just put. But then my girlfriends would be like, you know, no, just text her.
Mm-hmm.
You know, or just give her a call back later, like when you've calmed down.
When you have the time. Yeah.
You know?
Set time for it. That's a good answer.
Mm-hmm.
Those are our Instagram questions.
Can I ask one from your questions?
Yeah.
Well, kind of what you said, the relationships you've been in, you haven't hooked up like early on. So would you say if you fuck on a first date, then that kind of like is a wash for a relationship?
Not all of them, but it kind of like it depends on the girl, you know, like if the girl just keeps me super interested the whole day, like to where it's like, damn, I could actually like just be friends with her. Like I just want to be around her, you know? And then we fuck, then it's just like, okay, like I still want to see her because I could just hang out with her,
Mm-hmm.
you know? But like if it's a hookup, like, and then we just fucking, it's just kind of like, I don't know, you know? But like all the girls that I dated, they were like me in a girl's body. You know? You know, so I mean, like we just
dating yourself.
Yeah, I mean, kind of, but like not really, like, but like everything that I liked, like most 80% of it, they liked it too.
Mm-hmm.
You know, they like shopping, they like thrifting, they like clothes, shoes, they like playing basketball, like sports. You know, they like just going doing random shit, like at any moment. You know, so like we just clicked well. Like it was easy to just be like, hey, you want to go just do this real quick? Mm-hmm. It's like, oh yeah, I was thinking about doing that anyway.
Yeah.
You know?
So would you like you've set up an actual date, like you are going on a date, do you walk into the date wanting to fuck at the end of the date?
No. Because sometimes you just, if it's a bad date, like you don't want to, even though like you're a fuckboy, you don't want to fuck like a bad date.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like if a girl's weird, she's like, she's weird or something, you know, she like.
That's okay. That's my thought is like, if you like see someone at a club and you clearly have like physical chemistry,
Mm-hmm.
then you can just get that out of the way and you figure out they're weird later. It's like,
Yeah,
well, whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah. But like on a date, like one thing for me is like eye contact.
Mm-hmm.
If I don't like when you don't make eye contact with me. Like I start feeling weird. Like, why are you?
You know, a lot of people just
why
like
are you looking everywhere? Like why are you talking to me looking like this? You know, like that. If I get that on a date, it's like I'm not going anywhere. Or like this is probably it. For the
does
night.
your mind change like if the date is going really well and you're really connecting with this person? Like, do you change to like, oh man, I do want to fuck her tonight, or is it more so like
I don't want to fuck.
okay, because you want to keep that
I
like
I know how like how I'll get.
mm-hmm.
You know, it's like if we're really connecting, it's like oh yeah, like I'm gonna just drop her off at home. You know, I'm not gonna ask her to come in. If she asks me to come in, I'm gonna say I gotta do something or like no. But if it's just something where it's like she's all right, like it's cool, you know, but I don't really see it going anywhere. It's like yeah, fuck it.
Sure, why not?
Yeah,
That makes sense.
if she asks, like fuck it. You know.
My next one is: do you think more guys like when a woman makes a bold move in real life?
Yes. Well, I mean, I'm speaking for me. I love that shit. I mean, I like just being the one that just has to like that gets came on to. Makes me feel like pretty inside.
Do you think most guys feel the way that you feel?
No.
No?
Nah. I mean, the guys that I hung out with, I know they liked it, but I've had conversations with other dudes where it's like, bro, it makes me feel weird. Like it makes me feel like I'm a piece of meat. But it's like, bro, like you do the same shit.
Yeah. Interesting.
You know what I'm saying? So like,
In what way? Like, what is coming on too strong
like
where someone would feel that way?
So like one guy, for example, was telling me a story about him in a club. Like, you know, he's out partying, drinking, and he says this girl is like eyeing him all night. Right? He's thinking like the same thing, like, oh, maybe I should go talk to her. But like the girl comes over and she's like straightforward with him. You know, like, yeah, I think you're cute. Like, I'm not gonna lie, like, I just got a relationship not too long ago. I don't want a relationship, but you could come home with me tonight. She didn't say those exact words, but that's basically
What
like
she
the
said.
watered down version of it.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
He didn't like
that
it.
was too much?
He didn't like it.
Oh,
Interesting.
It's like, bro, what the fuck, bro? Like, it's like, dude,
But
that's
you
amazing.
and some of the guys that you hang out with do like when women
Love
make a
it.
bold move.
Love it. Literally love it.
I think that's where like we're trying to do this year. But I think a lot of people are trying to do that. Is just like put themselves out there more.
Y'all trying to make bold moves?
I don't even make a move at all. I think I just like sit around and wait for like fucking something to happen, and that's just
Why?
not how I just get scared for
How do
that. Like
How do you think we feel though?
I just feel like it's your job. Let's fucking do it. I don't know. No, I agree. I think it's like dumb to expect like I have a brain and I'm hoping the person I'm attracted to has a fucking brain. And so that same kind of question is like, well, what makes him do it when I want to do the same thing? So I think just like putting yourself out there more. It's just scary. It's hard.
It is. It's scary because sometimes you just don't know.
And
You don't
in
know what
real
the person's
life,
thinking.
yeah, and in real life it's even more like, because now with dating apps, it's made things a little bit more, even more scary than like in real, like.
Wait, why? Is,
I
feel
just think,
dating
like-
apps made it easier.
No, I mean like to make a bold move in real life.
Yeah, that's why. Oh, okay, yeah.
Because it's like, in my mind, and this may be like crazy or dumb, but in my mind, I'm like, oh, assuming everybody is on a dating app, that it's made it more common for people to meet only on the dating app. So like somebody that's like making a bold move in real life, I'm sure it's like more attractive, but it just makes it even more scary. It's like that extra pressure because it's so easy for someone to hide behind a screen, men and women, to like hide behind the screen. I also feel though, like, I just don't, my best self doesn't come out. Like I'm not very photogenic. So all these like pictures I have on the dating app are probably horrible.
Yeah.
I like think that it's harder for women in general to make a bold move, especially now that there's dating apps. Cause it's like, oh, well, why would I put myself out there when I can just do it on an app and it be easier? But then you never get the results that you want. So
Yeah. Shout out to 2023, making bold moves.
yeah, making bold moves. Do you think most guys play the game? So, well, I don't know if you know, but like when girls are like girls are like texting a guy, will like ask other girls for advice on like how to respond, or like, oh, you have to say it this way, don't put too much emphasis on this, don't do this, or like when you go out, mention this but don't mention this. Like it all just seems like a game. Do you think guys also play a similar game? Yeah,
of course. Yeah, like we definitely talk about the same shit. I don't think as much as y'all might, but like we've definitely sat around and not at like a table, but sat around like literally and like talked to a guy. Like definitely one of my friend who was coming back from an underway that we went on. We all had like met these group of like 4 girls at what's that fucking spot in Pacific Beach? Can't even think of it. Mavericks.
That's where they all
Mavericks.
go.
oh, that place.
Yeah, we met these random 4 girls at Mavericks. Right, and then my homeboy like actually clicked with one of them, and he was just asking us like, like what should we do? Like what should I do when I get back? Like she wants to hang out, so we definitely talk about it, but I don't think to the extent that y'all do.
Got it. That makes
Around
sense.
the game as much as y'all do.
My last one is, what do you think makes a man emotionally unavailable or even immature?
I think it's the way you grow up, probably. So like in my house, for example, like
The dog is just like
gulping the water in the back,
slurping it up back there.
But in my house, for example, like it was you couldn't really show pain.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Like for example, I my first game my junior season in basketball, I fractured my hip first quarter, and all I hear from the stands is my mom yelling, "Get up, get the fuck up." You know what I'm saying? So you don't really like, you don't get a chance to like just sit there and like take it, cry, like something like that. Like my house wasn't none of that. Like after I would get whoopings, my parents would be like, fix your face, fix your lip, and it's like you just gotta keep trucking. So me, like that's just my mentality. Just I don't know, hold it in, keep trucking.
Do you think
But I'm trying to
still
break
that
it
way?
down now.
Okay.
Like I'm trying to fix it now because as I've gotten older and I've looked back on my relationships, I've seen like there's some parts in the relationship to where it's like, damn, like I was a little bit just too like cold or too like stonewallish, where I could have just like opened up and actually said what I wanted to say, said what I meant, instead of just sending back a okay text. You know what I'm saying? And just keeping it moving. Like, okay, like I don't want to argue, we'll just leave it. But if I just happened to just said what I actually felt, probably, and that's probably what she wanted from me anyway, it would have been completely different. But like now that, I guess that comes with age, you just kind of learning like where, I don't want to say where your parents messed up, because everything's a learning experience. That's just kind of how they were raised, but learning like the things that could have been done better in your childhood, and then like fixing it like while you're an adult when you figure it out. So that's what I'm doing now, like breaking down those emotional barriers. It's kind of weird for me to just be emotional with somebody now,
Especially if we were taught not to.
Yeah.
I like that.
They also say that a man's brain isn't fully developed till he's 25. So,
well, I'm definitely 26.
so that's this last year of your life.
Yeah. There you go.
You're figuring it out. That's good.
Do you have any additional questions for us?
Do I seem like a fuckboy after my answers?
I feel like no. I feel like you could be. I feel like it's hard to tell. Like sometimes they have like an energy that you can just like tell, and you don't necessarily exude fuckboy energy. I have heard the back end of the story though, so
I joke.
I know, but I don't think
feel
it's
like
not
I wouldn't
as
talk to you if I thought that you were like
a complete
douchebag,
douche,
an asshole. Like I wouldn't have like made jokes about it.
Yeah.
But it's like it's whatever.
Yeah.
I also feel like my personality, I'm just like, okay.
Yeah, fuck it. Yeah.
But
I just get the sense
I
of
think
like
there are worse.
you're
I
in
would
the
agree.
same-
The 40%. That's a good percentage.
yeah, you're in the same boat as the rest of us, just trying to figure it out,
Trying to figure it out, man.
whatever it means.
Just keeping it trucking.
Yep. Keep it trucking. I like it. It's a good quote. Perfect.
Well, do you want to plug yourself?
You can follow me on Instagram at Trevo Snaps, TREVO SNAPS. that's about it. I don't really use anything else.
Wait, any closing advice?
Sorry, guys, not yet.
Closing remarks?
I would say, like, if you're dealing with a fuckboy, just like, I don't know, like, talk to him. Actually ask him, like, why he's doing the things he's doing instead of just, you know, going with it. Because if you go with it, you're just enabling it. Well, you're not enabling it because I'm not putting it on you.
Mm-hmm.
But you're just letting it go the course it's going. You know,
Mm-hmm.
talk to him, try to fix it instead of just dealing with fuckboys. You know, or just don't deal with a fuckboy. If you see the signs, run the other way.
Yeah.
Run the other way.
Get in your car.
You know?
Drive away.
Leave.
Follow the signs.
Okay.
That's great.
Close us out. Sorry. Go
You
ahead.
guys, you know where to find us. Polite as fuck on everything. Make sure you guys are looking at our Instagrams because we're posting out a lot of polls and questions and stuff so we can do fun episodes like this. My dogs say hi. We love you guys. See you next week.
Bye.
Bye.